The stars have always whispered secrets, but tonight they scream. A faint pulse, a rhythmic hum from the void, has shattered the silence of deep space. Just moments ago, astronomers detected something impossible. A signal from the exact trajectory of Oumuamua, the interstellar enigma that tore through our solar system in 2017 and vanished into the cosmic dark. It was a mystery then. Too fast, too strange, too defiant of every known rule of celestial mechanics. We thought it was gone, a fleeting visitor we'd never understand. But now it's back, or rather, it never left. A transmission, deliberate and precise, has clawed its way across light years, and it carries a chilling truth. Oumuamua is not alone. Something else moves with it, shadowing its path, watching us. And as telescopes turn toward that distant signal, one question burns brighter than any star. What did we invite into our skies? In October 2017, the Pan-STARRS 1 telescope in Hawaii caught a glimpse of something extraordinary. A faint speck, moving at 196,000 miles per hour, sliced through the solar system on a trajectory that defied comprehension. It wasn't orbiting the sun like a comet or asteroid. It was on a hyperbolic path, a one-way ticket from beyond our stellar neighborhood. Named Oumuamua, Hawaiian for scout or messenger, it was the first confirmed interstellar object ever observed. Its shape was bizarre, elongated, perhaps 800 meters long but only 80 meters wide, like a cosmic cigar or a flattened shard. It tumbled chaotically, reflecting sunlight in erratic bursts, unlike the steady glow of comets or asteroids. Stranger still, it lacked the telltale coma or tail of outgassing that defines comets. As it swung past the sun and began its exit, it did something no natural object should. It accelerated. Not by much, but enough to raise eyebrows at NASA, ESA, and every observatory tracking it. No visible jets of gas, no gravitational slingshot could fully explain it. Sunlight pressure was proposed, but the math was shaky. Some dared to whisper, could this be artificial? A probe? A relic? Before answers could form, Oumuamua slipped beyond our telescope's reach, leaving only questions in its wake. For years, the mystery of Oumuamua simmered in the background of astronomical discourse. Was it a hydrogen iceberg, evaporating invisibly? A dust aggregate, loosely bound and crumbling? Or something else entirely? Something engineered? Harvard's Avi Loeb, a leading astrophysicist, argued it might be an alien artifact, a solar sail or derelict spacecraft, its acceleration driven by light itself. Critics scoffed, citing Occam's razor. The simplest explanation, they said, was a natural object behaving oddly, but no model fully fit. The data was too sparse, the object too distant. By 2020, Oumuamua was a fading memory, a footnote in textbooks, until a faint signal changed everything. In early 2025, the Allen Telescope Array in California picked up a burst of structured radio waves from a patch of sky eerily aligned with Oumuamua's projected path. The signal wasn't random noise or a pulsar's pulse. It was rhythmic, repeating in cycles that hinted at intent. Triangulation confirmed its origin. 26 billion miles away, precisely where Oumuamua would be if it had maintained its course. The scientific community froze. Was this a coincidence? A glitch? Or had Oumuamua just spoken? The signal was unlike anything in our technological arsenal. Its frequency centered at 1420 megahertz. The hydrogen line, a band astronomers consider a universal calling card for intelligent life, was laced with subharmonics and modulations no earthly device could produce. Initial skepticism gave way to fevered analysis. Teams at SETI, NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, and the European Southern Observatory poured over the data. The signal carried embedded patterns, sequences of prime numbers, echoes of pi, and spikes that, to some, resembled the synaptic firings of a neural network. But the true shock came when analysts uncovered a distorted fragment buried in the transmission. It was audio, mangled, slowed, but unmistakable. Hello from the children of planet Earth, the greeting from Voyager's Golden Record, launched in 1977. Our own voice, sent into the cosmos decades ago, was now being played back to us, twisted by time and distance, but deliberate in its mimicry. This wasn't a random echo. Something had heard us. Something had remembered. As the world grappled with this revelation, telescopes swung toward the signal's origin. The James Webb Space Telescope, its infrared eyes piercing the void, detected a faint thermal signature. Not Oumuamua itself, but something smaller, colder, moving in near-perfect alignment with its path. This second object, dubbed Oumuamua B by researchers, was invisible to optical telescopes, its surface absorbing light like a stealth craft. Its trajectory mirrored Oumuamua's, but with a slight divergence, as if it were a companion or a relay. The implications were staggering. Had Oumuamua been part of a pair, a trio, or a fleet? Had it passed through our system not as a lone wanderer, but as part of a coordinated effort? Archival data from the Hubble and Spitzer telescopes was scoured, revealing faint anomalies, unexplained shadows and motion tracks, dating back to 2010. At least 3 other objects, all with hyperbolic orbits and no emissions, had grazed our solar system's edges in the decade before 2017. Dismissed as glitches then, they now formed a chilling pattern. We hadn't been alone for years. The scientific community was still reeling when a second signal arrived, just weeks ago, on October 1st, 2025. This one came from a slightly offset position, a few degrees from Oumuamua's path. Unlike the first, it was complex, a multi-layered stream of varying frequencies and amplitudes. Researchers at the Green Bank Observatory ran a recursive Fourier transform, overlaying the 2 signals. The result was breathtaking. They weren't separate transmissions, but parts of a whole, interlocking like pieces of a cosmic puzzle. The combined signal formed a temporal map, its pulses aligned with celestial events, Jupiter's magnetic storms, Saturn's auroras, even Earth's seismic tremors. Whoever or whatever sent this knew our solar system's rhythms with unnerving precision. The map wasn't spatial, pointing to a destination, but chronological, as if marking moments in time. Some speculated it was a log, a record of observations. Others feared it was a countdown. The deeper analysts dug, the more unsettling the picture became. The signal's structure suggested a technology far beyond our own, capable of encoding vast data in tight bursts. The prime number sequences hinted at a universal language, but the neurological-like spikes raised darker questions. Was this a machine thinking? A mind signaling? The Voyager audio, warped and embedded, implied not just intelligence but intent, a deliberate response to our own outreach. Yet the most disturbing revelation came from a leaked memo from the Atacama Large Millimeter Array in Chile. Infrared scans had detected not 1 but 2 additional thermal signatures, fainter than Oumuamua B, trailing in a loose formation. These objects, if real, were smaller, perhaps 100 meters across, and moved with the same eerie precision. The memo suggested they might be relays or probes, part of a network designed to observe, transmit, or act. The question wasn't just what Oumuamua was, but how many others had come before, and how many were still here. As the signals multiplied, so did the silence from official channels. By mid-October 2025, open-source telescope data began vanishing from public servers. Forums buzzing with speculation fell quiet as key researchers stopped posting. Whistleblowers from the Parkes Observatory in Australia reported internal directives to halt all public analysis of the signals. Telescope scheduling requests for Oumuamua's coordinates were denied without explanation. Even private astronomers found their instruments plagued by sudden malfunctions when aimed at that patch of sky. The European Space Agency issued a vague statement about ongoing analysis of anomalous radio phenomena. But NASA and JAXA remained silent. The secrecy fueled theories. Was this a cover-up, a precaution, or had governments detected something they weren't ready to share? The leaked Chilean projection model offered a glimpse of the truth. When adjusted for the solar system's motion around the galactic center, Oumuamua and its companions' paths converged toward a region in the Perseus Arm, a gravitational anomaly dense with radio noise but devoid of stars. Known as the Perseus Void, it's a place avoided by major surveys, a cosmic blind spot. Were these objects reporting back to something waiting there? The weight of these discoveries presses against everything we thought we knew. Oumuamua wasn't just a rock or a comet, it was a harbinger, a piece of a larger puzzle we're only now beginning to see. Its acceleration, once a mystery, now suggests purpose. Its companions, undetected until now, imply coordination. The signals, with their eerie mimicry of our own voice, suggest memory. For decades, we've sent messages into the void, Voyager, Arecibo, METI, hoping for a reply. But what if the reply was never meant for us? What if Oumuamua and its shadows were scouts, not for contact but for surveillance, mapping our world, our signals, our readiness? The data points to a chilling possibility. We weren't the ones listening. We were the ones being heard. And now, with our own signals echoed back, distorted but deliberate, we've confirmed our presence to something vast, something ancient, something that knows exactly where we are. Imagine a network stretching across the galaxy, silent travelers slipping through stellar systems, watching, recording, reporting. Oumuamua may have been one node in that web, its companions others, each carrying fragments of a message we're only now piecing together. The Perseus Void, with its gravitational quirks and radio hum, could be a hub, a relay, or something far stranger, a place where civilizations are weighed and measured. If Oumuamua was a scout, its return signal might be a beacon, a call to others. And if those others are already on their way, what will they find when they arrive? A species reaching for the stars, or one unprepared for what's reaching back? The signals keep coming, faint but growing, each one a pulse in a cosmic conversation we didn't start but can't ignore. Every telescope, every antenna, every mind now turns to the sky, waiting for the next note in this interstellar symphony. Will it be a greeting, a warning, or something we can't yet fathom? The stars no longer feel distant. They feel alive, watching, waiting. Oumuamua wasn't a chance encounter. It was a glimpse into a universe that's been paying attention. Its signals, its shadows, its path to the Perseus Void suggest we're not alone, but they also suggest we're not in control. What sent Oumuamua? What built its companions? And what happens now that we've answered their call, however unwittingly? The answers lie in the dark, in the silence between the signals, in the paths we can't yet see. Look up tonight. That faint star you see might not be a star at all. It might be watching. Share your thoughts below. What do you believe Oumuamua is? A relic, a probe, or the first sign of something greater? Subscribe to join the search for truth, and let's uncover what the cosmos is trying to tell us. The sky is speaking. Are we ready to listen? Information updated as of October 22nd, 2025.